police arrest suspected thieves in Palaya Trading Center, Ramijo, LC1. 9 arrested, others on the run for selling fake name papers. Good evening, our dear listener. Thank you for listening to 98.0 PROG FM. It's 13th of October 2023 and the time is 8 p.m. This is our evening news read to you by Vivian Amaro. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has issued an order to increase the salaries of lecturers and technicians working in the public higher institutions of learning. Professor Eli Katunguka, the chairperson of the National Council for Higher Education, who also serves as the Vice Chancellor of Jambuko University, said public universities have struggled to recruit and retain qualified. Let's hear from Professor Katunguka. President Museveni emphasized that in his view, even if critical staffs are paid more generously than vice chancellors or high-ranking administrative positions such as permanent secretaries, this is not a concern. This is President Museveni. Professor Katunguka pointed out that according to readily available information, some of the targeted staff currently offered 8 to 11 million shillings as senior lecturers and professors can earn the same amount in a matter of days in the private sector. This is Professor Katunguka. Janet Katam, Minister of Education and Sports, also echoed the same sentiment, emphasizing that the higher education system should be in sync with the society it operates with. She underscored the importance of securing that the programs and courses offered in both public and private higher education institutions maintain a constant level of quality. This is Janet Katam. Chegegwa police, assisted by Ramwijo LOC1 residents in Chegegwa Town Council, have arrested 2 men identified as Kagaba and Ronald renting in Kawaya Trading Center, Ramwijo LOC1, suspected to have been stealing people's properties. The suspects were found at Skyview Bar and lodged in the same trading center with some stolen items like mattresses, clothes, blankets and bed sheets. Ramwijo LOC1 chairperson Mr. Tibesigwa John Bosco said these thieves are not residents of Ramwijo, they just come from other places. This is Mr. Tibesigwa.
Before abalire mu maloji kankulu bezire bene bintu byose abweje bintu ebi somera bajyo operation ejo cyo kana operation police malira twate bintu ebyo suma skype twalkwatira cyangwa Rwanda interero umuntu wenu wareja mu kitwe habatuza abikazi becyaro kintu kuranga umuntu umurangi akwanye njya mujya kusanga ebyo suma nke ebiri mu nzu yawe nayo bakutwara.
The search took over 8 hours, extending even Chegegwa town, where they used to sell some of these stolen items. Some of the stolen items were found at Bismillah Shopping Center of Mr. Baguma Ismail in Para Road, Chegegwa town, who was not at his shop, which was open. This prompted security team to close the shop and went for his wife, where they resided. Some stolen items were found in their rooms. Mr. Chemia Patrick, chairperson Chegegwa LC1, said these thieves need to be arrested forever. And let's hear from Mr. Patrick.
For instance, after the service, the winter from Bulusi, after now take a look at after one night, your mother contributing them so not to anchor. Of course, you to arrange about the Mr. After Chiparaku, because they were even
Mr. Msinguzi Isaac, whom thieves stolen 2 and 3 days back at his shoe shop, asked police to ensure these suspects are worked on as the law says. This is Mr. Isaac.
Hati to ahiri abegambo cha polisi. Msumana bamukwata kirokim na mara website polisi ni bamulekera. Obwakuja polisi ni bamsindika mukoti. Koti na mara yo kirokim. Obwakwana kamkoti ni bamwemera na garu. Mubiro bid hano ni batu. Ansaba tuti government tukonye. Omuntu gwara bayivire bamukwata na exhibitichi. Bamwambule a prison agende isabire. Mubiro bisatu yenye mabakangu milioni 2 haduka hano neiba wange bakamutera akaskurini bakatwara.
The operation was led by Chegegwa OC Station ASP and Sada Anthony, District Crime Intelligence Officer, and LOC1 chairpersons Aisaza Ramwijo Chegegwa Kasampia with locals. According to INEB timetable, senior 4 students across the country will start their final exams on Monday with geography. Chegegwa students have been asked to avoid malpractice. During briefing today at Chiaka Senior School, the school director, Mr. Timamwenda Rusana, asked students to keep on reporting at school when it's still early. A total of 27 students were briefed and ready for their exams. This is Mr. Rusana.
Mutubasaba mutatamu ibintu ebingesumbe ibintu ebyokopa kujya mukereriwe kujya kusanga mu mujwara ino papura mu ngoyi zanyu kumanya muhandikire inose ziri mu iteyera hamwe burwanyu mwisiga imite yanyu hako ibintu ebikere kujya mu papuro ibintu ebikere bino bya buri kiro kandi shikwataga mutaho mu n'inksi nyingi bisoko ibintu kujya kwijya mu bikaguze kimutakahuraga kandi kimutakaroraga.
At King Solomon College, Tagata head teacher Mr. Sempira Richard said 180 students registered to sit for their exams at Solomon College. This is Mr. Sempira.
Teacher King Solomon uno mwaka twajja kwikaliza abana 18 aba tusima ruhanga bokuba bavomezi kurungi tine mbarwaire kandi tumisaba ajja tuyambe process kurungi tunda kusimba abazaire baitu abatahira abana abatwesigire kandi tushaba abazaire abandi uko mwongere mutwesiga bokuba bitukora nanye ne mbiroraho.
At Humra Secondary School, our reporter on reaching there in the afternoon, the school was very cool and every student was busy in the final touches after briefing. The head teacher, Conserve Edson, said they are fully taught their learners and 89 are ready to sit for their exams. This is Mr. Edison.
Nka head teacher abana bano mbaterire ku keepinga time bakagumana bashika mu hisomero mu bwire kurora ngo tebabura gukora ibigezo byabo kubisemerire kumanya ha time table kurora nti basobora kubura gukora ibigezo nko kubatebekanisibo inebo kuba bana bengeso nungi kushya ubaramaririza ibigezo byabo bakasobora kugenda kurungi barabana barungi.
Nine people have been arrested by NEB in collaboration with security personnel for allegedly being involved in the sale of fake UNEB examination papers. Among the 9, 6 have appeared in court and remanded to Luzira prison, while the others are yet to appear in court. Fred Enanga, the police spokesperson, said police and other security agencies are pursuing their individuals, all of whom have been identified. Those apprehended, including teachers, primarily hail from urban schools in Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. This is Fred Enanga.
There are no leakages so far, and we're happy that there was a gang that was disrupted and actually tied to court. Those are some of the sanctions that fraudsters involved in malpractice and any other disruptions of exams.
Records also indicate that the culprits have been involved in the distribution of examination materials in schools in rural regions. Dan Odong, the executive director of UNEB, said the suspects are fraudsters attempting to flee and suspecting school directors, heads, and parents substantial sums of money. This is Dan Odong.
We would also like to warn the public against fraudsters. Normally, when exams are about to start, we have a number of fraudsters who come up, start up WhatsApp groups, and they begin to share what they call exams. They start with, this is set number 1, this is set number 2. Recently, they also started naming their products. This is the blueprint, then this is the green print, and the gullible members of the public are duped. They pay money in order to get these which they purport is supposed to be the actual examination.
Odongo emphasized that the materials being calculated do not comprise the actual UNEB examination members. He pointed out that some of the shared materials were falsely claimed to be PLOE papers, despite the fact that at the time of the suspect's apprehension, the final UNEB papers had not yet been generated. This is Dan Odongo.
We would also like to warn the public against fraudsters. Normally, when exams are about to start, we have a number of fraudsters who come up, start up WhatsApp groups, and they begin to share what they call exams. They start with, this is set number 1, this is set number 2. Recently, they also started naming their products. This is the blueprint, then this is the green print, and the gullible members of the public are duped. They pay money in order to get these which they.
He issued a stern warning to the general public, making it clear that the existing laws apply to individuals who sell, purchase, distribute, or electronically share materials claimed to be national examination papers, regardless of whether these materials are actual examination papers or not. Odong emphasized during the hearing of cases that there is often evidence indicating either candidates were not adequately briefed or the briefing process was not conducted as required. This is Dan Odong.
We have experienced the fact that whenever we have examination malpractice leading to cancellation of results, we found out during the hearings that we give to the candidates that those involved either were not briefed or they were very inadequately briefed.
Enanga announced that the police force has already conducted comprehensive briefings for its officers. This is Fred Enanga.
In case of any vulnerabilities and threats, we have countermeasures that are in place. Right now, our territorial commanders working with the head of UNEP in police have mapped out all school and UNEP centers. We have created patrol routes to counter any potential breaches of security and other disruptive behaviors like noise, pollution, any school invasion, and any act of trespass during the conduct of the examinations.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, has threatened to write to political party whips to relieve some of the chairpersons and their deputies who are appointed to the different committees of persistent absenteeism. A speaker has signed Professor Elijah Dickens Mshemeza and Ashama South Constituency Member of Parliament to compile the attendance record of the committee chairpersons and their deputies. There are 13 standing committees, each with about 30 members elected by party whips set up at the start of a new term of Parliament lasting 2.5 years and against another 2.5 years. There are also 15 sectoral committees, which makes a total of 29 committees of Parliament. This implies that if all chairpersons and their deputies attend a plenary sitting, there should be a combined 58 committee leaders each time at the House sits. So far, from Professor Mshemeza's recorded attendance, only 21 chairpersons and their vice chairpersons attended on 13th of October. Teva revealed that on 4th October, only 19 of the committee chairpersons and their deputies attended the plenary sitting, and 26 attendances were recorded on 5th October. The record shows that on 10th October, only 16 attended, and on 11th October, only 14 attended. This is Thomas Taiwa.
And these are the leaders. If this vice continues, we shall be writing to you with a proposal requesting you as the appointing authority to withdraw these people, because it will be difficult for us as presiding officers to work with chairpersons who cannot attend plenary. Otherwise, I wonder when they present bills, who will be handling their duties if they themselves don't attend the House sitting.
Dr. Asimwe Akik Florence, the Masin District Woman Representative, said the action of the House to reprimand absent committee leaders and other members has been long overdue and wondered how they are selected for such positions. This is Dr. Asimwe Akik.
On the issue of non-attendance of chairpersons and deputies, this is a big issue. It was long overdue, and at one time I raised an issue of how our chairpersons identified and selected chairpersons and deputies of committees, and I raised the issue of attendance of members apart from chairpersons. Because if a member has not also been attending, how can that person be appointed as a chairperson or deputy? For you to be in leadership, you must be a role model. Attendance in committees, attendance in plenary should be emphasized.
According to the Bugabula County South Member of Parliament, Henry Morris Kivalia, the leadership of Parliament should convene a meeting of the Business Committee to address the emerging issues before the committee leaders are relieved of their responsibilities. This is Henry Morris.
As Professor Mshemeza records attendances here, and we see others attending and others not attending, but for the benefit of the committees, the benefit of the business that we process here, for the benefit of this country, you hold a special meeting for the business committee where all these leaders are. You take them through the implications and why they were appointed in such position, so that we all benefit in that regard.
The Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Dr. Samuel Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, has said that the church will not allow girls below 18 years to access contraceptives. Speaking at the 24th graduation ceremony at Uganda Christian University in Mukono today, Kazimba said, however, is behind the proposal should repent. Dr. Kazimba said the church will not allow this. It is against the church norms, practices, and culture but also the law in Uganda forbids sex among people below the age of 18 years. Their proposal leaves a question as to whether the age was lowered from the current 18 years to 15 years. Children should be told to abstain. This is Dr. Kazimba.
What does it mean to you, our daughters, that girls in primary and secondary schools are free to access contraceptives? Really? For what? Whoever may be behind such a policy needs to repent. This is promotion of immorality amongst children and dilutes our values as Africans, as Christians, and degrades our girls who are potential mothers of the nation. The church cannot accept this. Uganda's law prohibits marriage before 18 years. Then how do our girls tend to still to free access to contraceptives? What a contradiction to do.
Thank you, dear listener, for listening tonight 8.2 Top FM. That has been our evening news read to you by Vivian Amara. Have a blessed
night. That was the news in English on 98.0 Top FM.